Hey, Random Tall Guy here. Once again, we're working on the XJ, and today we're going to change a fluid that a lot of people always forget to change, and that's a transfer case fluid. Now this job is extremely simple. Anyone can do this with common hand tools. You really don't need any special tool. Let's begin. Now on these 4x4 Jeeps, the transfer case is located right here near the transmission. There are two bolts, one is a drain plug and the other is a fill plug. Now there are two types of transfer case that Chrysler installed on these Jeeps. There's the NV231 and the NV242. But the directions on how to change out the fluid is exactly the same. The only difference is the size of the drain bolt. Now before we loosen anything, we want to clean the surface area around the plug, because I noticed that there's a lot of crud and debris that gets stuck in the crevices, and it makes it hard to loosen the drain plug. Now what I like to do is spray some WD-40, and with a wire brush I just go ahead and just scrub a little bit, and that will remove the dirt and the debris away from where I'm gonna loosen the bolt. Alright, once you see that the fill plug is clean, place a 10mm hex socket on a long ratchet and go ahead and loosen it. The job is easier if you have a breaker bar, because these plug tends to get really stuck in here. Alright, and also make sure that you have a catch pan underneath to catch all the fluid. Alright, once you remove the fill plug, then go ahead and remove the drain plug. And once again, you want to make sure you have a catch pan under, because this is where it's going to get messy. Alright, so just give it a couple of minutes, let all the fluid drain out at once. And once there's no more fluid, you can go ahead and just clean it off and go ahead and reinstall the drain plug. In order to get transmission fluid inside the transfer case, I recommend buying one of these pumps. These pumps are just a spring action pump. It's gonna draw the fluid from the container and it's gonna run through this flexible hose into the fill hole. Now these are inexpensive. It cost me about $5. I definitely recommend getting this, because there's no other way of getting the fluid into that that fill hole without making a mess. Just pick one up. It's inexpensive, it's easy to use, and the bright side is you can use it again for other things. Now this transfer case takes automatic transmission fluid, just like the transmission, and all you need is a quart and a half, I believe. It's like a little over a quart. That's all you need to fill the transfer case. Now, a lot of you guys are wondering how can you check the fluid in these transfer case. Unfortunately, there's no dipstick that you can check the levels, but the easiest way is that when you're filling it up, the moment that the fill hole starts leaking transmission fluid, that means you're all set. That means you top off the transfer case and you can go ahead and insert the fill plug, and that's basically it. As I said, once the fill plug is full of fluid, that means you're all set. You can go ahead, just clean the surface and put in the fill plug and tighten it.
Alright,
it, and you're basically done. This is how you change the transfer case fluid. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Now, if you want to see more video on this Jeep, let me know down in the description. I'm going to be working more on this Jeep than any other car, just because I want to get it winter ready. And I still haven't taken this car off-roading, so hopefully I can get out there, get off-road before winter comes and becomes harder. But then again, snow in the ground and all that, it will be equally as fun. Alright guys, check you later. See ya. Bye.